This might be a little bit different of a take, especially in the circles that I monitor, cull some information off of, form my opinions based on. But the shoes that you see there at the top of the screen, you might be familiar with. They've been making the rounds the past couple of days. It's Lil Nas X. I don't know, he made that Old Town Road song, the largest country music song in 2019. He came out with his own shoe, right? It has a pentagram on it. It has specific branding. There's only 666 to be issued out. Oh yeah, and the little thing of there's going to be human blood in it. One drop, whatever. Where is it from? Who's providing the blood? Nobody knows. And frankly, my opinion, I don't give a fuck, okay? Do whatever you want. You put out a song, it was wildly popular. You did it to subvert and get yourself into the country music market. Fine. Good enough for you. You have another music video out right now along the same lines, and you're giving a lap dance to the devil. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to listen to your music. But I think you 100% have every right to be putting out a product based on whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. I'm not going to toe the line of a bunch of the people that they have in this Federalist article quoted based on their opinions. I don't give a shit. The only hang up I have on this was you're using a Nike shoe without getting a branding deal from Nike. You literally could have went anywhere else, got any other fucking shoe, or maybe just contacted them beforehand. You have the pull. You have the name in the music industry. You could have made this happen, but instead you just decided to hop the queue, and it's probably going to cost you, okay? So let's get the groundwork done. And then I'm suppose maybe just going to take some pot shots at some fucking TradCucks out here that, I don't know, just want to hide behind their kids in order to push their own fucking weak-kneed values. Nike filed a trademark infringement lawsuit Monday against MSCHF, which is supposed to be mischief. Whatever. I guess vowels are too expensive. The designer that collaborated with a rapper Lil Nas to release 666 pairs of a limited edition Satan shoes. Very original naming. Nike filed a trademark infringement and dilution complaint against Mischief today related to the Satan shoes. Wow. Nike said, "We don't have any further details to share on the pending legal matters. However, we can tell you we do not have a relationship with Lil Nas X or Mischief. The Satan shoes were produced without Nike's approval or authorization, and Nike is in no way connected to this project." Yeah, if he would have just made some phone calls, he could have made this happen, okay? It only took 6 hours from the release of the sneakers for Nike to file the suit, claiming it does not and does not approve or authorize Mischief's custom Satan shoes. Nike also said the sneakers midsole may pose safety risks to consumers since the shoe reportedly includes red dye and a drop of human blood, okay? If it punctures and it was Magic Johnson donating the blood, then yeah, we could have a problem. Or you could become Marvel's new superhero. We're not too sure on that one. That was a weird twist in the story here. In 2019, Mischief modified Nike Air Max 97s to release a Jesus-themed shoe with Jordan River holy water drops in the sole. Evidently, this is not the first time the company has ripped off Nike sneakers, but Nike did not sue the company over the Jesus shoes. Interesting. Didn't quite get the same headlines because putting out a Jesus shoe probably didn't pop off the wokesters, and it definitely didn't resonate with the TradCucks on the other side, so it definitely would have just slid in under the radar. But if you start putting in human blood, if you start releasing 666 of them, you put a pentagram on them, yeah, you're going to raise the ire of the pearl-clutching crowd. Doesn't really matter on which side of the aisle you are. The 21-year-old Lil Nas X has received criticism from the release of his devil-inspired sneakers, which people are saying disturbing. Yesterday, former Clemson quarterback and NFL draft prospect Trevor Lawrence said the line has to be drawn somewhere. Nick Young, who hasn't been relevant in years, came out with a statement, "My kids will never play Old Town Road again," is still debating about wearing Nike after this come Nike and drop of blood for real. Apparently he's been debating going back and getting his GED. And then the one I got a big problem with, okay? Candace Owens. We've turned George Floyd, a criminal drug addict, into an icon. We're promoting Satan shoes to wear on our feet. We've got Cardi B named as Woman of the Year, and we've convinced it's white supremacy that's keeping Black America behind. How stupid can we be? listen, okay? I like some of the work that Candace Owens has done, but again, like we pointed out, and I forget, I think it was the first video, I think that the difference between the two sides in the culture war going on right now is up-down, it's not left-right. Candace Owens is far more authoritarian, okay? Nick Young, Swaggy P, most known for being a meme more than a basketball player at this point. Trevor Lawrence, probably going to be one hell of a great quarterback. I don't know where they line up, but I know Candace Owens is supposed to be on the conservative team. But whenever she is called out for her opinions, she always hides behind, oh, you're just attacking me because I'm a conservative. Oh, black people are just supposed to have a hive mind, but when you're a conservative, you get attacked all the time. Or when she was going after Cardi B after the fucking Grammys performance. I know that was another thing that made the headlines a lot, and it's like, oh, it's disgusting. They're just bumping uglies together on stage, and how can you do this and continue to clutch pearls fucking harder? I don't give a shit, okay? If two minority women are gonna hop up on stage and have a collective BMI in the fucking triple digits, I don't give a shit what they do. If you're gonna say, oh, my children, you're gonna keep hiding behind that, it's just like what Kristi Noem did, okay? She, instead of signing the ban on men competing in women's sports and vice versa, even though we know the other wouldn't happen, no, she signed executive orders, and all of a sudden, all of the conservatives are hopping back on her bandwagon. Oh, look at, she signed executive orders. No, she just found a way to fucking weasel out of it and then come back with a weaker set of legislation. She passed two. One for gender-specific sports from K to 12, and then another one for collegiate sport. Yeah, one of the executive orders on K to 12 students, while the other is focused on college athletics. Neither mentioned transgender individuals specifically, but both affirmed that only female athletes based on their biological sex as reflected on their birth certificate can participate in women's sports sanctioned by either a higher education institution, a public school, or a school district. Neither mentioned transgender individuals specifically. She left intentionally in wiggle room because you guys remember she started up that lobbying group because she wants to be able to push an agenda instead of doing something with your power, okay? She just wants the adulation without any of the responsibility. We covered it. Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, already enshrined into law. Men play with men. Women play with women. That's it. That's how sports are supposed to be run. Listen, we can get rid of women's sports. That's totally fine. But guess what? There is one sport, and guess who's going to be exclusively on those teams? That would be the people who are stronger, faster, can jump higher, can run longer, and can swim farther. None of them are female. So no, she took out the little weasel words to allow whoever comes in next to be governor of South Dakota, if it happens to be a Democrat somewhere along the line, if this becomes a much more popular position to take where it doesn't matter what's fucking hanging between your legs, you can just hop on whatever team will take you. It's so much easier to get rid of an executive order. You can just do it with the stroke of a pen than getting rid of anything that has passed through the House and the Senate. So no, that's my big problem with these fucking goofy shoes. Like, I don't give a shit. Fucking make your shoes. 666 are out there. That's cool. I just don't want a return of the religious right, okay? Listen, I look over here to my right and I see a cabinet full of 80s metal, okay? I see multiple television shows during the 90s that were being chased by conservative outlets that wanted them not canceled, remember, just pushed later into the evening. An entire collection of whatever has become of The Simpsons, unfortunately. King of the Hill, more movies than I have time to list. And yeah, my musical taste, I've been very upfront about it. And just, yeah, whole 80s metal. And as much as the PMRC was head up by a Tipper Gore, you know, that right-winger, obviously, it was still the Catholic leagues going after Opie and Anthony. It was all of those moral busybodies just interjecting into places that need none of the publicity that you'd be offering them. Lil Nas X would have sold his shoes, and he probably would have just followed up Old Town Road with some middling success hit, and nobody would have been hearing from him. Or maybe he would have been a fucking massive success. Who goddamn knows? But at the same time, going after somebody for a shoe is borderline retarded. So no, I think it's dumb to be trying to hide behind different weasel words, easier for me to say, out there in order to not voice your full-throated support of whatever position you're taking. Just speak your mind, live with the consequences of that speech, because people are going to line up beside you or they're going to line up against you. You can't please everybody. And if you're going to be weak-kneed about it, nobody's going to be standing by you. And with that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.